You wake up before the sun, not because you want to, because that's what swimmers do. Your alarm goes off at 4:45 a.m. You don't hit snooze. You grab your towel, your goggles, your water bottle. You move through the dark like a ghost. The house is silent. The world is asleep. The air outside bites. The walk from the car to the pool feels longer when it's cold. The tiles are wet. The lights hum overhead. Your body is stiff. Your mind is empty. You stretch. You yawn. You jump in. The water hits like a slap, sharp and sudden. It wakes you up more than coffee ever could. And just like that, it begins. Lap, turn, push, again. You've been doing this since you were a kid. While your classmates slept in, you swam. While they went to birthday parties, you swam. While they stayed up late watching movies, you packed your gear, set your alarm, and swam. People think it's just water. They don't see the drills, the repetition, the soreness that lingers for days. They don't see your hands split open, your shoulders grind, your legs tremble after butterfly sets. They don't know what it's like to stare at a black line for 2 hours straight, chasing a time drop of half a second. They don't know how heavy your body feels walking to class after morning sets. They don't know what it's like to put in 6 months of work for a race that lasts under a minute. And they'll never understand why you keep doing it. You've missed more family events than you can count. Skipped trips, skipped birthdays, skipped holidays. You've lived out of duffel bags and hotel rooms. Eaten cold pasta from plastic containers sitting on locker room floors. You've cried on pool decks. You've thrown up during sets. You've gone weeks without a personal best. You've stood behind the blocks knowing you're not ready, still gone anyway. You've lost races you were supposed to win. You've beaten people you never thought you could, and neither changed how early your alarm rang the next day. Swimming doesn't love you back. It doesn't cheer when you PR. It doesn't apologize when you cramp mid-race. It doesn't care how hard you trained, only how fast you finish. You train 20 hours a week to maybe shave 0.2 seconds off your 100. You taper, you diet, you recover, you stretch, you push your body to the edge for a chance at a final. And when you miss by 0.03, no one calls, no one posts, no one remembers. You've had coaches doubt you. You've had teammates lap you. You've seen names move up the board while yours stood still. You've done time trials where no one watched. You've stayed late after practice, trying to fix one turn. You've whispered mantras under your breath on the blocks, hoping your body listens. You've been the slowest in the heat. You've been the only one who didn't medal. You've seen your name in small font while someone else gave interviews. But still, you showed up. Because swimmers aren't built for applause. We're built for repetition, for silence, for the lonely pursuit of better. We chase perfection in inches. We train in silence for moments no one sees. We grind because that's who we are, not because someone's watching. You've looked in the mirror after a bad meet and questioned everything. You've considered quitting. You've fantasized about sleeping in. But you didn't stop. You adjusted your goggles. You pulled on your cap. And you dove again. You remember your first ribbon. It wasn't gold. It wasn't fast. But it meant something. It meant you finished. It meant you started something. And you weren't going to stop. You remember the meet where you dropped 5 seconds. Where the touchpad beeped and you turned wide-eyed. Where your coach smiled for the first time in weeks. Where your teammates screamed your name. You remember that. Because it's rare. Because it's worth chasing. Now the pool feels like home. The water is where you go when life gets loud. Your mind is quiet underwater. Your breath is yours again. You don't just swim to win. You swim to feel like yourself. And maybe that's why it sucks. Because it's hard. Because it's invisible. Because no one understands unless they've lived it. But maybe that's also why it's beautiful. Because every lap is proof. Proof that you keep going. Proof that you keep believing. You're not chasing fame. You're chasing form. You're chasing flow. You're chasing the version of yourself that never gave up, even when the clock didn't cooperate. That's why it sucks to be a swimmer. And exactly why you never stop showing.